What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Culver City at Johnnie's Pastrami, which has been serving the best pastrami in Los Angeles since 1952. There's a cool story here and a great history, so let's get into it. The Johnnie's Pastrami story begins in 1909 in Gallipoli, Turkey, where a man named Ashaya Passy immigrated to the United States without knowing so much as one word of English. In New York, Ashaya took the name Sam and also met his future wife, Luna, and they decided to move to Los Angeles to be closer to her brother, Maurice. Sam became one of the first employees at the new Grand Central Market in downtown Los Angeles, where he worked as a fishmonger at the Jewish supermarket. The Passy sons, Eli and Eddie, began to work at the Shrimp House downtown, where they would get their passion for food and also learn the ropes of the restaurant industry. In 1952, Eli and Eddie decided to open their own restaurant, so they went on a quest to find the perfect location, which they did in Culver City at the existing Johnnie's restaurant. They were taken in by this perfect location with the bright neon sign advertising French dip sandwiches and pastrami. The sign and the location were so nice, they decided they would just keep the name. Eli and Eddie learned the ropes and learned every dish on the menu, including that French dip pastrami, and they were off to the races. Now, Johnnie's at the time was only open for lunch and dinner, but they noticed the bars and bowling alleys in the neighborhood, and they figured, what if we stayed open late? Real late, like till 3:30 a.m. Turned out their hunch was spot on, and that neon sure looked better late at night, and people started flocking to Johnnie's. As Johnnie's grew, they added a fire pit and patio to the south side of the building, and later an enclosed patio and fire pit to the north side. 1962, Eli decided to leave the business, so Eddie asked his brother-in-law, Bob Bass, who had been working at Johnnie's for a few years, if he wanted to purchase Eli's half of the business. Bob agreed. Johnnie's, by the way, at this point, was still selling their pastrami sandwich for only 70 cents. Can you imagine? Some say the key to Johnnie's success, aside from the neon sign and the amazing pastrami, is their employees, many of whom have been there from 20 to even 50 years. The restaurant also hasn't changed very much in its 71 years, aside from the additions. Eddie and Bob would go back and forth off everything until Eddie unfortunately passed away in 1994 and Bob Bass became the sole owner of Johnnie's. Under Bass's leadership, Johnnie's continued to make the same amazing pastrami and provide food and opportunities for the community. When Bass passed away in 2012, his wife Sue continued the operation and all the same traditions of the Passy family and her husband Bob. In 2016, Vienna Beef Company inducted Johnnie's into the Vienna Beef Hall of Fame, recognizing the contribution they've made for both their products and within the community. And I am thankful to my great friend Tim for introducing me to Johnnie's Pastrami when we were in college and still taking me on Super Bowl Saturday this year. Johnnie's Pastrami, 71 years making awesome French dip pastrami sandwiches in Los Angeles. Check it out. All right, LA, it's been a minute.